That was it was fun as hell too. Like listening to music and whatnot. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Great movie.
Coco was dope.
Was. And, you know, shout out to Vicky. She's the reason why I watched it, so I'm pretty happy.
Shout out to Vicky.
she got me to watch it.
Yeah, that was an excellent movie. Me and my girl watched it too on Netflix when it came to Netflix, and I enjoyed it. I just wish, and I hope it continues on. I hope that there's more like things like that. Do you think it is getting to a point though where it's like the PC world is kind of getting like overbearing? Like, so what I mean by that is, I feel like it's getting to the point where we can't like say anything without offending somebody. You know what I mean? Like, like it seems like the PC culture and cancel culture has taken over, like anything, social media and what's being controlled on TV and, you know, everything of that nature there.
I do know what you mean.
Or do you think it's like necessary to have it?
It's unavoidable.
Definitely unavoidable.
But it depends on how much you want to get into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's there. It's always been there. It's just how much more are you paying attention to it? Because it's always been there. All that stuff has always been there. Like, here's a good, you know, maybe analogy. When you're a kid, you're not looking at the news. You're not hearing all this stuff. So you have this beautiful ignorance that ignorance is bliss. So like, but the older you get, the more you're paying attention around you, the surroundings, then you see all this PC culture, you see all this horribleness in the world, and it's just more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And then you're just like, you're more into it. But when you were a child, that stuff was still happening.
Right.
You know, so it's like all this stuff, that's just the world. And we need to see, we need to determine how much we're going to allow in and how much we're going to allow to affect us all. They're going to always be there. There's nothing that you can do to change it. It's just, well, actually, I can't say, I don't want to say that. Scratch that. There is something you can do to change it. And you just fight back against it. Don't let it overcome everything.
Right.
And that's the hardest part, is continuously to fight, even when there's no one behind you to fight.
I feel you on that one. And another thing with that as well, like, I don't want to be going out and just like be offending people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to be sitting there. Like, if you don't want to be called a certain thing, I don't want to be called the N-word by people. You know what I'm saying?
Me
like,
either.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect people to do that. And then I'm not going to be sitting there and like calling people out their names and things of that nature there and whatnot.
See, I had a hard time with that. There was a point in time in my life that once, I guess you can say, my ignorance of the matter kind of broke. I kind of went in a spiral because I started calling out everyone. Everyone. I attacked religion. I attacked politics. I attacked everything.
Yeah.
Hardcore. And the thing is, I got to a point, I got to a degree that I wanted to know so much, because knowledge is power.
That's a fact.
And I started buying, I'll go into the religion part, you know, because those are the classic things you shouldn't talk about. So let's go into it. So,
let's talk about it, man. That's what this show is about, baby.
I bought the Old Testament. I bought the New Testament. I bought Egyptian texts. I bought the Quran. I started reading, you know, because people would say all this stuff to me. Oh, this is what it says. This is the scripture. This is this. So it's all right, let me read it. Wasn't there. If anything, I saw some really messed up things. And so then I started calling that out. And I was like, because they'll say, oh, you need to do this. You need to live by this. You need to live your life in this way. So then I was like, okay, so going off of your thought pattern,
right,
you should be doing this.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I've never heard that before. I was like, but that's in your book.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm not doing specifics is because they can relate to everything.
Everything.
So it's just like they're preaching all these things. And it's like, okay, so preach it back to them with their own information, their own material. And then they're like, they'll reel away in terror. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, this is the sentence right before what you just said to me.
Right.
This is what it's in your material. So it's like, it's not fair, because the reason why earlier I said you need to fight back against PC culture and all that stuff, just in general, is because people who speak the loudest doesn't necessarily mean they're right. They're being unchallenged. So everyone's going to hear their message and think, oh, I guess this is right because it's being repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated. And then you have that other person who's not shouting as loud, actually saying the real message, saying, no, this is bullshit. And they're not hearing this person because they're being drowned out by all the other people who feel like they have this backing because no one's shouting out against them.
Right.
So when I went in that downward spiral, I was that small voice telling everybody, bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Yeah.
No one wanted to hear what I was saying.
Right.
And what I learned throughout the years is that there's a certain way you need to say these messages.
Right.
And me, what I did was I just put on my armor, got my sword and shield,
Okay,
and I was
with
like,
the battle,
I was like, come on.
John Wick style.
Oh yeah. Used to go out of my way to find people who would say something messed up, and I would just blast them. It got to a point that my friends started tagging me and other people who I've never talked to in my life. All my reference was what the first sentence or paragraph that they said. I didn't care. I didn't care about their political ideology. I didn't care what they were saying. Once they said that thing, I blew up.
Yeah.
I was like a ticking time bomb, attacking every single thing that was in my way.
Damn.
I'm a lot better now.
That's good. That's good, man. Progress. I'm glad you made some progress there.
I just want to say on the record, do I regret everything I did? No, I don't regret what I did because it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
And I meant those things I said. The only difference is there's a better way and a better message
to go about it. Yeah, I feel you on that one. That's a lot of having a conversation like that. What a lot of people don't understand is not necessarily what you're saying, because what you're saying have like a lot of truth to it and a lot of knowledge behind it. It's just that it's a certain way to display your message. Like you just can't like go out and attacking people, the way that somebody want to talk to somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No one wants to talk to you once you're like, starting a fire under them.
Yeah, if you're being a dick about some shit, I ain't about to hear you out. You may be making a valid point, but in my mindset, like you're a fucking dick.
Yep. You'll be turned, and that's what I found out, because I was making all these great points. I would spend this is what put me over.
Yeah.
I would spend hours and hours of research, legitimate sources. Like I didn't, just go to some random source. I would make sure the source I'm referencing was backed up by other material and find where the material is. Like I would do so much in-depth research, and my message was wrong, but I would just throw it at them, and then it still bothers me. No names, but I was talking to this woman, and she said, my mind still can't wrap around it, but she said, I don't want to hear or see your graphs and the facts that you're saying to me. I want to know your opinion. It's like, my opinion is the facts. So it was the fact that happened. Like I realized, like I'm spending all this time doing all this research, and this person doesn't care.
Right.
Nothing. My goal at that time was to shout out, be that one person that took that step.
Yeah.
Like we were talking earlier about the responding.
Right.
I wanted to be that person to respond and then have people rally, to show like there's injustice and all this other stuff. But my message was so wrong. The way I was delivering it was so wrong. And then you can't break through to everybody, which I learned, because this person did not care. It didn't matter what I said. It didn't matter where I got my information. It didn't matter how I said it. They just want my opinion. And if I started saying anything that sounded factual or anything, they would tune out.
Yeah.
And so
that's some scary shit.
That's scary.
That's some scary shit. That's my main thing when having a conversation with somebody. Like, and if we're having a debate about something, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm giving you facts and you're giving me facts, but when it gets to the point where that shit doesn't matter and it's just like the conversation's dead.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
wasting my energy at that point. Because if you're not willing to hear out what I have to say based on the research that I've done, or it'd be vice versa. If I'm not trying to hear out what you're trying to say based on what the research that you've done and like the knowledge that you gain and whatnot, off of context, there's no point of us talking at that point. We're not going to make no progression here. And now we're just battering our heads against the wall pretty much.
And that's what my crusade concluded to. Like I was going against these people that did not care about facts.
Yeah.
At all. And they said it. And that was the craziest thing. They said it with such confidence that they said it like they were factual.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're saying to me right now. This is what I think.
It's like, I don't care what you think. It's like, this is what the actual reality of the situation is. But they manifested their own reality. And I was just like, you can't. How do you combat that? How do you get the Trojan horse to get inside that so you can be like, no. It's like, that's not reality though. And I'm not saying that my reality is always the right reality. I'm open to change my mind.
Right.
If you have your factual information that you're going to send, bring it to my attention, and let's say I'm completely opposed to it, like utterly, completely opposed to it, and you bring these facts to me, off the bat, I still might be like, no, I don't believe you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I might say, I might have to look into that a little bit more. But you planted that seed.
Right.
And then my mind can change. Mm-hmm. It has changed multiple times.
Me too.
I'm not a perfect human that knows it all.
Nobody is.
Facts have to be presented, and once you go through the facts, your opinion should change.
That's as simple as that. And that's how you grow.
Yeah.
That's how you grow as a person. Like, if you're stuck in your ways where like nobody can tell you nothing,
it's like,
yeah,
you're lost.
Yeah, you're completely lost. Those are people I don't want nothing to do with.
And that's what my conclusion on top of everything became. I just started, I mean, it might sound cold. I started cutting people out. And it's just because...
That's not cold at all. That's smart. You got to do that for your own sanity.
Why keep a poisonous... Why keep poisonous people around when all you're doing is getting sick?
Seriously.
It's like, I want to be good. I want to feel good. I want to prosper. I don't want to be held back. And that's the hardest thing that a lot of people face, is that sometimes those poisonous people are your family. Sometimes those poisonous people are your best friend that you grew up with. It's like, you need to weigh what effect this is going to have on your life. And, am I going to ever be mean or anything like that to people? No. I went through that phase. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm still going to be nice. I'm still going to treat the person like a human being because they're a human being. I may completely disagree with this person. They're a human being. Do I need them to be my best friend and be my buddy and hang out with me every day? No, absolutely not.
Right. I'm
going to treat you like a human being. You're a great, you're alive. That's amazing. But you don't need to be in my life. There's millions and billions of other people you can be with.
That's a big fact.
So, and people get offended by that. I remember cutting out one person, and he reached out to me, and he's like, Alex, we grew up together. And he's like, you really going to be doing this? And I told him, everything you stand for is against my existence. Mm-hmm. How can I say you're my friend when if you had your way, I'd probably be dead?
Yeah.
I would probably be locked up, oppressed. So you want to just look over that and just be like, yeah, you're still my friend, though. I'm going to go against everything about you, but you're my friend. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
My friends need to look out for my best interest, like I look out for their best interest.
Right.
And this brings up a memory of my childhood. There was this group of guys, white men,
okay,
boys, I guess. And they used to go up and down the hallways of school and say, we're with the KKK. We're with the KKK. Yeah, I kid you not. What? And I remember, at that time, I didn't really have a backbone. I was very shy. I was a yes man as a child. And
at your hold on. So just to put some perspective on it, you grew up in Fredonia, right?
Fredonia.
Okay, and you're probably like one of the few kids of color.
Oh yeah, there was like you can count the kids on your hands.
Okay, so now that's perspective.
That's complete perspective.
Yeah, and people can understand why you was quiet how you were.
Yeah,
but go ahead. I'm sorry not to cut you off.
Well, thank you. No, that's actually an important part. And yeah, and he used to go up and down. I'm with the group of kids. I'm with the KKK. I'm with the KKK. I was in middle school, by the way. And I remember saying to him, I was like, I'm a minority. That's offensive. But I didn't say it even like that. I said it more passive.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I was scared.
Yeah.
Oh, these kids were way bigger than me. I'm not the big guy. And I remember him putting his arm around me and saying, You're not like the other blacks.
Oh shit. Oh
You're
shit.
You're one of the good ones.
Wow.